Okay, this beast is decidedly this morning's main feature. And distinctly apprehensive I am about it too. This is the only thing I've actually built from scratch this year. This is a complete scratch build. And I'm dubious about it. It did not work out all that well. It grew and mutated. It was supposed to use a smaller motor that I had, but then it turned out it was too heavy. I used the biggest problem was, instead of using the standard Adams foam board from Dollar Tree, which is like whatever 30 by whatever it is, I used they had some larger foam board at the surplus store that was 40 by 30, 40 inches by 30 inches. Oh, well, you know, that's good, nice bigger foam board.
Throttle cut off. Throttle cut on.
Problem with that is, yes, it's all very well and good, but it's a lot heavier. That's what I didn't allow for. Oh, it's heavy. So I built the wing first, mainly. Well, actually, I built a motor mount first and ended up not using that one. But I built the wing, and then the wing ended up weighing like 23 ounces, and I'd intended the wing with the servos and whatever ready to go. The servos in the bottom of the wing there. I'd intended the whole plane to weigh about 26 ounces. It's just a heavy, this board. So I ended up upgrading the motor. Now, all up weight, ready to fly, it weighs about 5 pounds. And it's still underpowered even with the upgraded motor. It's a 35-36 920 kV. It's barely enough for it to fly. I don't know. I don't even know whether it will fly. And also, to get the center of gravity right, I had to move the wing back. The front of the wing was originally supposed to be here. That was where the front of the wing was supposed to be. But with the front of the wing there, I couldn't... the only way I would have been able to get the center of gravity at a sensible place on the wing would have been to put a ton of weight in the nose, and the thing was already too blithering heavy, so I didn't want to do that. So rather than doing that, I just moved the wing back about 3 inches. But the net result of that, of course, is now it's too short coupled. The distance between the center of lift and the rear control surfaces is shorter than you'd want. And it weighs 5 pounds. That motor with that propeller is going to generate 2 to 3 pounds of thrust at best. So I may have bent the undercarriage now, but well, see, now I got it to run in a straight line, but not much to my surprise. It doesn't take off because I think the wing loading's too high. I'll have to calculate it. I know it weighs more than it was meant to. The stupid thing just weighs too much. Oh, blimey.
Throttle cut off.
Yep. It just weighs around sunrise. Going to be another windy day, I think, later on, so let's hope we can get some stuff done before it gets up. And for some reason it's even wetter than usual. I don't quite know why. If it rained heavily in the night, or it's just heavy dew or what, I don't know, but it's wet. I'm going to sort of try this guy again, if you can call him this guy. I built this, well, I built a plane out of this foam board that I got from
Throttle cut off. Throttle cut on.
the surplus store. And it turned out that was a complete mistake because it's much too blithering heavy. The foam board, this foam board is just much too dense. It creates much too much weight. I originally built like I built an arm and wing first, like one of those aerofoil foam wings, and then built a fuselage. The thing all just wound up being way too heavy. The wing itself weighed about oh, I don't know. It weighed about 26 ounces and it was only about 2.6 square feet. So the wing loading in the wing before you added any other weight at all was about 10, which is just ridiculous. I don't know. I've still got the wing. For the moment, I put a spare Apprentice wing I had on there. It's not the wing off my Apprentice. It's an extra spare Apprentice wing I had. I bought it as a spare last year and I'd never done anything with it, and so I assembled it and put it on this in the vague hope we might be able to induce the thing to fly.
Mid-rate. High rate.
Whether we're going to be able to, I don't know. Why is it not moving? I don't know. If it isn't one damn thing, it's another. It seems like the back wheel is sort of getting caught in the grass. Well, there you go. With that wing, it flies. Well, I figured it actually ought to, because its all up weight is only a couple of ounces higher than the Apprentice with floats. And the Apprentice with floats flies with that wing, so it should. It's still, I would have thought, kind of underpowered, and its wing loading is still higher. I mean, if I were aiming to build a plane, I would not aim to build a plane with this higher wing loading. By my calculations, the wing loading is almost 16 ounces per square foot, which is high. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's just based on the wing area, not counting the horizontal stabilizer and the fuselage. But then I don't know if they're creating any lift. Took my hands off the sticks there to straighten my hat. So I don't know if the wing loading really is 16 ounces per square foot. I'm surprised it flies this well. But then, I mean, well, actually, the wing loading of this is a hair over. It's about 16.5 ounces per square foot. The wing loading of the Apprentice with the floats on seems to me to be 16 ounces per square foot, unless I'm calculating something wrong. And the guidelines I was looking at say that you shouldn't, you should aim to not have a wing loading higher than 13 ounces per square foot, that even a warbird should really only have 13 ounces per square foot. So I don't know.
Time remaining 6 minutes.
As I say, the wing I built, not this wing, but the wing I built for the Apprentice wing that I've got on it now has a larger area. It has it's like a 9-inch cord as opposed to like a 7-inch cord. It has a bigger area, and it weighs about half the amount of the Armin wing I originally built for this. The Armin wing I originally built for this definitely, it's very straightforward to calculate because it's just on its own, with its servos and everything, has a wing loading of 10 ounces per square foot. I'm thinking maybe if I put that on, if I build like a really light stick fuselage for that, it might fly. I haven't thrown it away yet. It's still set up and ready to go. This does not fly as well as the Apprentice, I have to give. They designed the Apprentice well. This flies. It doesn't fly horribly or anything, but it doesn't fly as well as the Apprentice. Well, it's probably also, I don't know whether it's got more or less power than the Apprentice. It's got the motor that's supposed to go in. Oops, I didn't like that at all. What the hell? I wonder if the wing isn't slipping because it's only held on by rubber bands, because that did not seem nice. Or maybe, you know what, it's probably a bit of wind getting up. And of course this has absolutely no stabilization, no AS3X, none of that. No AS3X, no safe, nothing like that. I think that was just the wind starting to get up, actually. Let's try and bring it in now, if we can. Famous last words. It's a bit on the tippy side. And the undercarriage isn't very strong. It wouldn't surprise me if the undercarriage... The odd thing is, though, I mean, despite its high wing loading, it seems to actually glide not too badly. I don't know.
Throttle cut on.
And how can it glide that well? That was basically power off landing there. How can it glide that well with that higher wing loading? The undercarriage seems to have held up reasonably well. Doesn't it bend when it landed, but it's not really stayed. It weighs quite a bit. I mean, even now it weighs, I think, about 3 all up. With the battery I've got in it now, I've got a 2200 battery in it now. All up it weighs about 3 pounds. I don't know, I can't remember. Somewhere between £3.12 and £3.14 ounces. About £3 to 12 ounces, I think. Maybe £3.13 ounces, something like that. All up. Oh, well. Well, it flies with this wing, which it simply just would not fly at all with the arm and wing. But then with the arm and wing, it weighed 5 pounds. It weighed another, like say, another 1 pound 4 ounces over and above this, and with a smaller wing area and probably a less efficient wing. So I don't know. We'll see. I do want to see if I can get the arm. I won't get the arm and wing flying on this fuselage. It's just too much weight. But I'll maybe build a lighter, just a really light stick fuselage for the arm and wing, and see if I can get it flying like that. So, I mean, this is the battery compartment for this guy. There's plenty of room for a battery. I was originally going to put it like a 3300 in it. And as I say, that's the motor that they sell for the Flyzone Corsair. It's like a 3536 sort of motor. And I was running, I've got a 30 amp ESC in it. And I was running it off this 2200. I don't know how long we flew for there. So that's a bit not very helpful, is it? Certainly we could have flown for a while longer than that, but I don't remember how long we did fly for. I've turned the transmitter off now. What did I have it set to? The timer. 8. I think we flew for about 4 minutes probably there. Wasn't a very long flight, but I don't know. Well, at least it got in the air and it got back down. We'll see. We will think about where we go from here. As I say, I would like to get that wing flying as well, if possible, the other, which was originally meant to be the other half of this plane. I will certainly never use that 30 by 40 foam from the surplus store to try and build a plane again. It just weighs too much. You want your foam board to be light, so you keep your weight down. That stuff ends up just weighing too much.